Small Business Hacks by Levi Borba.
They are the soul of our communities, and working in a local business can be more meaningful than for a large corporation. Corporations have the media, politicians, and plenty of government help. For this reason, sometimes we just ignore the role of small entrepreneurs in our society. However, helping this often neglected part of the population will trigger the recovery of everyone else. We should help them. Not after the pandemic crisis finished, or just when things got better, but now. Here I list 5 reasons why. First, all sorts of businesses are in trouble. But local and small businesses are the most fragile. What separates a company from bankruptcy can be resumed in one expression: cash flow. If a firm doesn't have cash flow and the bank account goes dry, they cannot pay the coming obligations, and suppliers can execute them. This process has some variations between countries, but the basic steps are similar in the Western world. Why big corporations have a smaller risk during crisis? Even though their cash flow also drops, huge companies have plenty of bank credit lines available. So when things go bad, it's easy for them to access money and keep running their operations. Small companies don't have such easy access to credit, or if they have, it's just too expensive. There are exceptions, small companies with big credit lines, but in general, this difficult access to money makes small business more fragile. 2. The lion's share of governmental help will go to massive corporations instead of small entrepreneurs. Big firms can afford entire teams of lawyers and accountants to open access to government funds. Meanwhile, in small business, this is often done by the owner or some non-specialized employee. They don't have the same knowledge or contacts of law firms, so they end with the breadcrumbs of government help. 3. We must avoid a world like the one of the movie Demolition Man. In 1993, Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes starred a classic movie where they confronted each other in a high-tech future. There, the fast food chain Taco Bell took over all other restaurants. There is a quote from the character of Sandra Bullock: "Now all restaurants are Taco Bell." As said before, gigantic companies can use governmental money, which is your money, to later take over cash-strapped small business. A similar thing already happened in 2008. Bigger market concentration, less quality of services for you. 4. More meaningful jobs. I write this item as someone that worked at both in multinationals and in local firms. When you work in a smaller company, the effects of your efforts are way more visible. You see the advances, people around talk to you about it, and ask questions that you know how to answer. This is not the same in corporations. Places where you get enclosed in a cubicle doing very specialized tasks, with only minor effects in the final product. It is easier to be proud of your work when you see how you make a difference. You feel more than another gear in a giant machine. 5. Local business more often procure their supplies in the local community. Let's think about restaurants and food chains. McDonald's, Burger King and alike buy what they need using large and long-term contracts, generally made with other colossal corporations. An example is when they buy meat from food industry behemoths like Marfrig or GBS. Meanwhile, the local restaurant will procure fresh vegetables in the nearby market and buy meat at the local butcher. So if this small restaurant goes bankrupt, soon the butcher, the vegetable stand or the laundry that wash their tablecloths will all be in trouble. By supporting the local restaurant instead of the chain restaurant, the local hotel instead of the chain hotel, and etc., you are in reality supporting your entire environment to cross this difficult moment together. By the way, this channel is a small business too, and your support would be great. It costs nothing, just click on the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and activate the notification so we can keep our work. Just like with the supplies, local firms spend a good part of their profits in the neighborhood. When you stay in a giant chain hotel, part of what you pay is a profit for the company itself and its shareholders. This profit is remitted to some billionaire in his yacht at Seychelles, or some other paradise island. When you reserve an independent hotel, the profit goes to a retired couple, so they can buy a new car at the local dealer. Money stays in the neighborhood. Alright, so I give you 5 reasons to save our local business now. But how can we do it? Some ideas are: first, order delivery food from your local restaurant. Instead of Starbucks, go to your local coffee shop. It may even taste better. Book a local hotel when traveling. More important, book directly with them instead of using websites like Booking.com. Those sites charge a 15% commission from the owner and have some very questionable practices against small hotels. You do good reviews of the local places that you enjoy, in Google, Yelp, or TripAdvisor. That makes their day so much better and helps to overcome all the difficulties. There are many other ways to help small businesses. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them in the comments. It may become the subject of my next video. And thanks for watching.